All right, let's get started.
Okay, where do you want to start?
I have so much to say.
Why don't we start from the beginning?
Okay, fine. What's the beginning?
The beginning is where she wakes up, Mabel wakes up in is it
Theo.
Tom?
Theo.
Theo.
Theo
Who the fuck is
Theo's
Tom?
apartment.
Okay, what
Theo's
what what do
apartment.
you guys think about Theo? Let's start there. Cuz I wanted to talk about
Uh
him.
as a person or as a character of part of this murder?
Both.
As a person, I think he's just misunderstood. He has good intentions, but he's just caught up in what his dad is doing, and here he is.
Okay, and
Seems like he's a nice person.
in terms of the murder,
In terms of the murder, I don't think he's involved at all, at least in Bunny's murder. Seems like he's just a side character.
okay, G, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. He seems like a nice kid. I don't think he's involved in Bunny's murder.
I at one point I literally I shipped him with Mabel, and then I really kind of ship him with Mabel now, right?
Uh-huh.
But part of me is like, okay, he's a nice kid. Maybe Zoe slipped and he didn't push her. Like, I believe, even if he pushed her, I believe it was an accident, right? But he's still stealing jewelry from dead people. So, do I really want to ship my girl with some guy who's like a grave robber? You know what I mean?
Well, that's what his dad was doing. So he was just following his dad. It seemed like he started pretty young.
Oh, I see.
He didn't really go anywhere. Like Mabel asked him, like, you never went to Coney Island, you never went to amusement parks. No, he was too busy, doing his dad's business.
I mean,
Yep.
I didn't go to Coney Island. I've never been to Coney Island. I don't go to
That's a
amusement
different
parks.
that's a different sad story, but we
Okay.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you also helped out your family business.
Yeah, well, okay, well, my family business isn't grave robbing, so whatever.
Right.
Um,
Whatever you get is whatever you get, right? So
whatever. Okay, well, I really liked him, and I kind of really ship him with Mabel now because Alice is psycho. I don't know what's going on with Alice. And Oscar's out of the picture, so I'm all for her jumping on this train and like learning
Well,
sign language.
why?
why
Why?
does there always have to be romance?
I mean, he's.
It can be a show without romance.
Yeah, they can just be friends, like good friends. Like,
Are you kidding me? The whole show, all the murders, like from season one, are from romances.
huh?
Like Zoe getting pushed off the roof or falling off the roof.
Well, explain the bunny one.
Well, I said season one.
Okay.
I mean, the bunny one could still be romance, but like we don't know it yet. I don't think so, but like, yeah. But I said season one, okay?
Okay.
But oh man, it's really pissing me off how nice your skin looks.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm.
When did you start shipping them? In season one?
No, no, just like halfway through this episode. Maybe not even halfway through the episode. I kind of started shipping them like really early in the episode, like as soon as he did like the he woke her up, she smacked him in the head with a lamp, and then he tried to calm her down, and she was just like, did I really stab someone? He was just like I was like I was like he's kind of cute, like he's kind of cute.
Okay.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Like I think he's kind of cute. um but I agree, I don't think he has anything to do with this murder.
Okay. So he's just a bystander, really. He just witnessed the stabbing, at least in the subway.
Ah, that's the thing. I want to say yes, but it seems a little coincidental that he was on the same train.
Okay.
Is it?
Isn't
Why would
it?
he, you think he would be following Mabel?
I don't know. All I know is like New York City is pretty big. And it's like I think I've only ran into like people that I know on the train like
I, I
twice.
mean, they do go live in the same place.
That's true. Let me see.
I don't think it's a far-fetched, thing. Also, they were in different cars, so like,
Well,
I mean,
if I was following
yeah,
someone, I would definitely be like one car over. I wouldn't be like if I was following someone.
okay,
Have you not seen Death Note? Did you not see when he was giving the agent the thing right before he killed
okay,
him on the train? That's one train over.
fine. Okay, so what do you think his motive was?
I don't know if he had a motive. Like I mean
What do you
no.
mean? He just came and just, did it for the fun of it?
No, I mean like his motive would obviously just be like you exposed me for like putting Oscar in jail for X amount of years.
Okay.
Like that would be the most obvious motive, I guess.
Against Mabel?
Against him wanting like for him wanting revenge against
Like,
Mabel.
why Mabel in particular?
I don't think it's Mabel in particular. I think it's all three of them.
I see. So you're just singling them out. That's what you're saying.
What do you mean
If,
singling them
if,
out?
if like he's just focusing on her for the moment since it's convenient,
No,
or
I think he was focusing on her maybe because like if he is the murderer, which I don't think he is or I don't want him to be because I ship them now.
okay.
But if he was involved in the case and if he was following her, it makes sense that he's following her instead of the other two guys because she had the evidence in her purse.
Okay, so you're saying he is linked to the evidence. And if he was, then that's why he would be following her.
Well, I don't know if he's linked to the evidence. Again, it could be a coincidence that he was on the other train, but I don't know if it is.
I see.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it could be
Yeah, well,
it could be coincidental.
yeah, I mean, also, it was his account of the story, right?
Right.
There's no other side of the story that supports what he's saying.
Right.
So he
But
could say whatever he wants, I guess, really.
yeah. Yeah, he could literally say like there's nobody she didn't fact check him. But I'm not saying that he was following her and he had an ulterior motive, blah 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 blah, and he's out for revenge. I'm saying it's possible, but I would hope that he's like genuine and like they get together because I ship. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, because you want the romance, but not because it makes sense for the story.
Yes.
All right. Well, so far, most of his story works out, checks out. I mean, they went to Coney Island. They found a guy.
And
They
he gave
found
her the
that he's
badge.
linked to the card. Yeah, the
Yeah.
badge. So there is definitely a third person here.
Yep.
The glitter man, and then him, and then her, right?
Yes. Like he is not Glitter Man. That is
Right,
confirmed.
right. So
Glitter Man seems like a man.
yeah, he seems pretty
So I think
man-like.
we can for sure say it's a guy and not a girl.
Okay,
With
well,
confidence. Now,
say that one more time.
I'm saying the glitter person, I think we can say with confidence is a guy.
Okay, so something that I'm not sure about, and I have to go back and look, but you guys remember the scene where Mabel was in the women's bathroom?
Yeah,
I thought I saw red glitter in the sink.
it is.
It is.
It
Yeah.
is red glitter in the sink, right?
Right.
But
So
that
you're saying
was
it's
the women's
possible.
restroom.
Oh, it was the women's restroom?
I
I
don't
thought it
know.
was
I
just a
assume
general
she used
bathroom.
I assume she used the women's restroom.
I thought it was just like a common sink or something.
I assume she used the women's restroom. Unless it's like a unisex whatever.
Like just a general bathroom.
But I don't think it was.
You don't think so? Okay. What makes you think it wasn't?
I think the door was wide open.
Eh?
Like okay, maybe I'm recalling this wrong, but I thought it was like the door to the bathroom was open and there were stalls. I might be making that up.
Okay.
Okay. I'll need to rewatch that. I thought it was just like an open area and like a sink that was for public use. Well, not public use, for employee use.
She said she was using the bathroom.
Oh,
So I
Okay.
assumed that she went to the woman's bathroom. So that's something I'll have to rewatch, I guess.
yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, all evidence seems to suggest it's a man, like based on the person sitting and walking
Oh, Melody's here.
and the build.
Hi Mel, how's it going? Mel, you don't you're not caught up on the show. This is all spoilers for you. Cover your ears. What the
Just watching it for us.
Yeah.
She's gonna redeem multitasking.
No, that's not a YouTube thing. That's a Twitch thing.
I know, I'm kidding.
Right.
But wait, so where were we? Okay, so yeah, so I agree. It seems like he's a man. So
All the physical evidence seems to suggest he's a man.
right.
Apart from
Okay, fine. So then the next thing. Okay, so okay. So remember how last week's review, last week's discussion, you said you don't like the show and that it's kind of like crappy because it's what did you say it was? It was just like very slow or like a lot of fluff.
Yep.
Okay, so this episode I kind of agree with you.
Okay, I was going to say that.
Right, like okay.
This episode, I scratched my nuts and it was over.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, not much happened.
Okay.
Yeah, and they introduced a new mechanic.
Okay, if you would let me speak, I was gonna get to that.
Yet again.
I'm pissed. I'm like actually really annoyed because like what G said last week, if you didn't see last week's discussion review, check it out. But basically G said the story moves too slow and there's too much fluff, right? And I don't necessarily agree because I'm hoping at the end of everything, all the stuff that seems like fluff will kind of tie together to like blow my brains, right? Blow my mind, blow my brains, blow my mind, whatever. But as of right now, I'm kind of getting really freaking annoyed. It's episode 7, right? Episode 7. The only new thing I learned was Mabel has periods where she doesn't remember stuff. That's like the one big thing we learned, that she like doesn't have her memory all the time. And the second thing that we learned was the Lucy's picture in the glitter guy's possession. Yeah. So and that's a new freaking element and it's pissing me the fuck off because this is YouTube, I can't curse. Sorry. And it's pissing me the fudge off. I don't know. Because now I have no idea what the hell is going on. Like, what does Lucy have to do with anything? Like, what is the tie between Lucy and Bunny?
So a theory emerges again.
You have a theory.
Yes.
You and your theories.
It's back to Charles's father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but his dad is definitely connected to Bunny through her mother,
right?
And is connected to the painting through Rose, who's in the painter.
Okay.
And connected to Charles through, well, he's the son, right?
He's the son of. Wait. I'm sorry. Start
Charles
over.
Is the son of the dad. I don't know the dad's name. I forgot the dad's name. So that's the main link amongst those three.
What? Wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. Say that. Yeah. Start over. Say that one more time.
So there's Bunny, the painting, and Charles, right?
Bunny, the painting, and Charles. Yes.
Right. So the father is linked to all three.
Right.
Pieces, elements in some way or another. So I think that photo is basically suggesting that it could be some kind of revenge where they might be targeting, the daughter. I forgot what's her name again. Charles. Lucy. In retaliation for something. I don't know what it is, but it's like you're targeting Charles's daughter because they did something to you. Perhaps the father did something bad
I see.
to Rose maybe, and Rose's, daughter or son or someone related to her is just seeking revenge.
I see.
I just don't know who it could be.
I see what you're saying. So you're
Yeah,
saying Lucy doesn't really have anything to do with the grand scheme of things. She's just a chess
right.
piece
Exactly.
to
So,
piss off Charles.
right. And Charles just happens to be connected to Mabel and I guess Oliver to some degree. But it seems
Ah,
like he's the center of something. I just the only thing I just don't know is that what character they can't be introducing a new character right now. So it has to be an existing character.
it has to be an existing character.
Right.
I
I
agree.
just don't know where it's coming from, like who it is. Maybe.
I think that's a little far fetched.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
Unless, okay, who do you think is the woman in that painting? Do you think that's Bunny's mother?
isn't it? I thought Bunny's mother admitted it.
No, Bunny's mother said she was like sleeping with him, and
Uh,
Bunny's mother admitted that Rose was also sleeping with him. Like he was working both sides of the street. But
right.
she never said she was the woman in the painting. That was just something that I kind of guessed because
Okay.
like she's like really really freaking attached to it.
Right. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
So, okay, just so we have this right, your theory is Charles' dad pissed somebody who liked Rose off,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
they're trying to get revenge on his son by attacking his son's daughter.
Yes.
Okay, no, I think that's a stretch.
It's a stretch, but it kind of makes sense. I mean, the dad, Charles's dad, was arrested for basically Rose's murder or purported disappearance, I guess.
Or wait,
So
is that right?
that was yeah, she somehow disappeared.
Wait,
And
I know she somehow disappeared, but was that why? I don't think that was why he was arrested.
why do you
Like,
think he was arrested?
I remember Charles saying his dad was in and out of jail like throughout the last few years of his life, like in and out. Means
Hmm.
to me like that's like a reoccurring thing. Like it's not like one big thing.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I
Wait, he got
remember that's what
arrested
he
at the
said.
Arconia?
What?
He was arrested at the place across the Arconia, right? Where Rose was?
Right, yes.
The Arconia itself.
Right.
It was. Yeah.
It was across the street where Rose would be, I would assume. Yes. But that like who's to say she was missing then? I assumed he went up to sleep with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I know she disappeared. I know he went to jail. I don't recall them ever linking her disappearance with him going to jail. Although if he does have something to do with her disappearance and death or whatever, I wouldn't be surprised.
Mhm.
I'm just like clarifying that I don't think it was ever stated,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Okay, I don't know. I just think it's a stretch because if you're gonna get revenge for Rose on something that Charles' dad did, you're gonna attack Charles to hurt who? His dad's already dead. And then, like, if you're gonna attack Charles, you're attacking his kinda stepdaughter to hurt Charles? Like, Charles was a kid then. Like, I don't know. This is a little far fetched for
I
me.
thought Lucy was a direct descendant of Charles.
No,
They're biologically related. They're not.
they are not biologically related at
I see.
all.
Okay.
Did that just go over your head, man?
Well, it seemed like they were very close to each other.
Dude,
At least Charles is close to her.
dude, there are multiple
Very close to her.
dude, there were multiple instances where she stated that they were not blood relatives.
Okay.
Like at
But
one point, what?
yeah,
Sorry, say that again.
even though they're not biologically related, I mean, I'm assuming Charles considers her as close of a daughter as she could be, I guess.
Sure, because he doesn't have another daughter. Sure, that's like that is his daughter. Sure, but like I'm
So,
just speaking as like a third party. Why would I attack your kind? Like she's not even your stepdaughter anymore.
so who's Lucy's real father?
Yeah, that's a good question. We don't know. She said in the last episode or the one before that, she said to Charles, "This is why out of the 4 or 5 fathers I've had, you're my favorite."
I thought that was after the divorce.
Yeah, so he was probably father number 3 or 4.
No, no, I meant like her mother had like several husbands after Charles. Charles was the first one.
Her mother just got remarried.
Uh-huh.
Before she just got remarried, Charles was the last husband.
Oh, I see. So it's like next to last.
Yes. And
Yeah.
also, even if you missed that one, Charles has said it multiple times season 1 that it was his stepdaughter.
Got it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like very clear.
Okay. So then why would the guy have the photo? What is your thoughts?
I don't know. That's why I'm pissed.
You're pissed because there's no clues leading up to the photo? Or what?
I just don't understand the connection between Bunny and Lucy. Like, I can't believe you guys didn't know they weren't biologically related.
I mean, as far as I know, they
She
seem
calls
as
him Charles.
the way he treats her is not like the way someone treats a stepdaughter. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Despite
I mean,
he seems
you've
he seems pretty emotionally attached, so that's why I'm saying there seems to be a motive to hurt Charles through her, if if the guy was targeting her.
that's great, but
Yeah.
Charles isn't even the target. You're saying Charles' dad's the target, who's dead.
No, it's just like Charles' dad, along with his lineage, is the target. It's like whoever is there related to him, or I guess Bunny is like as close of a half sister as Charles has, and she's somehow
Oh
related.
shit. So
That's what I'm saying.
you're saying that okay, so in your theory, anyone who potentially could be related to Charles' dad
Yes,
is getting offed.
right.
Nah, man, this ain't some Chinese Korean drama shit. No, 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 no. I'm calling it out now. That's not it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's not it.
it's probably more likely it has someone to do more with Lucy. That's why maybe I asked who the father is.
What do you
Okay.
mean more with Lucy?
Like has a closer connection to Lucy than, Jay's theory with a connection with Charles's dad with Rose. I feel like that's a little uh a couple chains removed.
Well, okay, so Jay's couple chains removed is why it's weak. But it's not about but like he's on the right like who what I'm confused. What do you mean by closer to Rose? Sorry. What do you mean by closer to Lucy? Like I'm trying to figure out what
With the
Lucy has to do with Bunny. Like
right,
what's the connection between Lucy and Bunny?
I don't know. I'm just talking about the picture right now.
What picture? The
The
one that was
picture
stolen?
no, the picture that the glitter guy had
Okay.
of Lucy and Charles.
What about it?
I'm just saying that, whoever this glitter guy is might have a closer connection to Lucy than to Charles's dad.
Okay, what about to Bunny?
Yeah, I don't know that yet.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
care
know
about
how
Charles' dad. Like Charles' dad was just Jay's way of connecting it to Bunny.
I mean, as far as we know, that's the only connection, right? So
Right.
far.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like
Apart from they live in the same place. Yeah.
is there a chance that Glitter Guy No. No. I was gonna say, is there a chance that Glitter Guy has nothing to do with Bunny's murder? Like, and he took a picture of Lucy because he was stalking Lucy, but that makes no sense because
Yeah,
he
it's still
got.
too suspicious.
No, it's because he wanted the evidence.
Well, he wanted that matchbook,
Right.
which had the blood,
Right.
which could be Bunny's.
I mean, there's still a chance that the glitter guy is not the murderer of Bunny.
Yeah, there's still a chance.
There's still a chance.
But based on we got another glimpse of him this episode, and it
Mhm.
looks like the same guy.
Same guy as the guy who entered the apartment, Bunny's apartment, or the same guy through the hallway, like in through the passageway.
Looks like the same guy through the passageway. The guy who entered Bunny's apartment, we didn't see that. We just saw the shadow.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that the guy who escaped through the passageway is probably the same guy as the glitter guy, but I'm not confident it's Bunny's murderer.
I think that based on this last episode, Mabel's memory, she saw a guy run out with the knife through like he ran somewhere inside her apartment. Was it to the bathroom? I don't know, but it was to somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So he ran off to a different room and then he went into the secret passage, I'm assuming, right?
Right.
And I think he is the murderer, obviously, because Bunny was there stabbed, right? He had the knife. I think he went to Charles' apartment, hid the knife in Charles' kitchen, left using the tunnel, using a different way, and that was when he almost encountered Lucy. So to me, this episode confirmed that that guy that Lucy almost saw in the tunnel was in fact the murderer.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
But you think he's the glitter guy? I'm assuming. Yes.
I'm not sure if he's the glitter guy, but it does confirm one thing for me at least.
Yeah.
That it was
Well, the glitter guy is after the matchbook.
right, but the matchbook was found where? In Mabel's apartment.
Yeah.
So yeah, technically they could all be the same person.
Wait, but then what about the text? Like, if the glitter guy is the texter, how does that fit in?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if Glitter Guy is like okay, all I am saying is the
Yeah.
guy that Mabel saw in her memory is
Yeah.
the killer,
Yeah.
Sure.
and the guy that Lucy almost encountered is the same killer. That's the only thing I'm saying right now. Whether that guy in Mabel's memory and that guy in Lucy's memory is Glitter Guy, I don't know. Does that
I
make
see.
sense?
Oh, you're confident when you say that who Mabel saw and who Lucy saw are the same person?
I am super confident.
I see.
Like that's what I'm saying because in my head it makes sense to me now. He kills Bunny, uses the tunnel with the knife, go
Yeah.
like I'm like the way that I'm thinking about it is like from Mabel's apartment going to Charles' apartment is like one route, drops off the knife, right? And then he continues going. Like he doesn't go back. Like he goes a different route. And that's where Lucy like was. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So that's what I'm thinking. So to me, this last episode to me confirm. Oh, also I thought the stature kind of matched. So I'm like I'm willing to say I would be very shocked if they were different people at this point. I think the guy who stabbed Bunny and fled Mabel's apartment in Mabel's memory is the guy. Like I'll bet you $5 they're the same person. That he's the guy in Lucy's memory. Whether or not though that person, I think they are one person. I don't know if that person is also the person that was in the black suit at the diner, at the park, and
Yeah.
at the subway. I don't know. I want to say like I think they are the same person as the person that's at the I don't know. It's tough because it all goes back to the matchbook, right? Because
Yeah.
if the person at the restaurant picked up a matchbook, and then the glitter guy was after the matchbook, so like it makes the most sense that they're all the same person. But then again, if they're all the same person, Jay's point about who sent, like, why would they send them the text when they were at the top of the building end of season 1?
Right.
Wait, how old do you think Glitter Guy is?
Oh wait, Joe is here. Joe says, hi Joe. Joe says, agree, glitter guy may not be the killer. Okay, wait, but Joe, but do you agree with me though that the guy in Mabel's memory from this episode 7 is the guy that almost caught Lucy in the tunnel and like the night of the murder? Do you agree that that's one person? Because I am so confident right now that they're the same person. I'm about to like fight somebody. Do you guys agree?
I think they are the same person, but
Okay.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say maybe there's a theory that says Glitter Guy and the
Okay.
person Lucy saw is the same person,
Okay.
and that person was stalking Lucy for some reason. And
Oh.
trying to find Lucy, and he's also the texter to try to get people out, get Charles and the group out of the building.
Why though?
I don't know.
Okay, I lost you when you brought in the text, but if you're saying like Lucy as a stalker, that would kind of make sense for the tunnel. But then also, it
But that
doesn't.
was her first time going there.
Right. And
That
that
was her
guy
first one. What? Where?
in the
Like going
tunnel
back to the Arconia.
in like 8 years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that guy seemed
I'm
like
just
he already knew his
basing-
way.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just basing it off of that we know the Glitter Guy has some connection or wants to have some connection with Lucy because of the picture.
Okay, but I guess like is the picture just throwing us off? Maybe Lucy isn't the. No, she is. Cuz I was like
Yeah.
I was like maybe maybe the picture is not Lucy, maybe it's of Charles, but I think Lucy was like center.
Yeah.
Lucy was centered in the pic.
Yeah. Okay, let me see.
I don't know what the motive is for Glitter Guy to get the group out of the building.
Yeah.
So I don't really know, but I mean, I'm still not confident that the person Lucy saw was also the killer. Although
Oh, I'm calling it.
it's pretty possible, but I'm not 100%.
I'm calling it. Joe agrees with me. He says they have the same stature. The guy in Mabel's memory and the guy in the tunnel that almost caught Lucy. I agree. They have the same stature. And when the stature comes into it, that's where I'm iffy with the Morningside Park garbage digging guy. He looks slimmer. He looks slimmer than the guy in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Mad Loud Mole. Oh my god, I almost cursed again. That's freaking cheesy. That's cheesy. Hi, cheesy. Says, I agree too. Mel says, I'm gonna sleep, 5 a.m. I'm lost. Good night. Yeah, right. She's gonna comment again in 5 minutes. She never sleeps.
All right.
Nicole, 5 a.m. Damn. Hi, Nicole. Oh my god, you guys are all here to watch. I'm like happy, but also like spoilers. Are you guys even up to date? Shallow says, I still need to watch the show. Oh my god, you guys need to stop. Okay, for those of you who aren't up to date, stop with the spoilers. Wait, yeah, Shallow, like, you shouldn't be listening to this. You hate spoilers. Thank you for coming to support, though. Joe says, I have a working hypothesis. Can I share my guesses? Please! That's why we're here. Joe, tell me! I don't know if Joe was here for, like, Jay's theory, but that was so far-fetched, man. Let's see if what Joe's theory is. Oh, man. I honestly, if anybody Anybody who's up to date on the show has any theories, please share, because I am so lost. I got nothing. Nicole says, I love spoilers, so who cares? Oh my god, I hate spoilers. I will like punch you in the throat if you spoil something for me. Mel says, I'm here without even knowing the title of the stream.
Killer is Mr. Torres. Glitter guy is Oscar.
No.
Who's Mr. Torres?
The
Oscar's dad?
the
dad.
maintenance guy.
Huh.
Wait, his dad is
Yeah.
Mr. Torres? What do you
The
mean the
super.
maintenance guy? Yeah, he's a super.
Yeah.
Don't say maintenance, because I think there's like one of the fans is actually a maintenance guy.
No. That guy is a plumber, I think.
Okay. Let's say we run with that theory. Killer is Mr. Torres. I thought Mr. Torres was a little shorter.
And smaller.
He hates Mabel. Okay.
But why would Oscar be part of this?
Oscar would be Glitter Guy and warning them to get out of the building.
But then he was like fighting Mabel.
My only okay,
I mean, was he fighting Mabel?
yeah, I mean,
Struggling, for sure.
Maybe he was struggling to not get stabbed.
well, no, according to Theo, she was attacked by him. Theo literally said the guy came to attack you.
Okay. It's not how it looked.
I don't know about you, but as a girl who lives in New York City, if you come up to me like all dressed in black, I can't see your face, and I'm scared of it, like, no, you're like, that's assault, man. What are you talking about?
Who pulled the first punch?
I don't care who pulled the first punch. Like, I'm a little girl. Like, if I'm on the train and you're like freaking approaching me with like, I don't know what you look like, that's scary.
Okay, what about, I mean, Mabel could have just grabbed the knitting needle and started stabbing right away.
Well, okay, he stole her purse. So I'm pretty sure it was assault.
Because the matchbook has blood of his father.
I don't give a shit. I'm just saying that was assault. She was assaulted.
Okay, I'm just running with the theory, okay? I'm just posing.
Okay, but don't tell me.
along.
No. Don't tell me, like, as a woman who lives in New York City who takes a train, like, don't tell me that's not assault. If somebody did that to me 100%, I will want to stab them with something.
I mean, he could have just been walking up, is like, hello, and
No,
then she
no.
starts stabbing.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Dude, what is wrong with you? Jesus.
What do you mean? What do you mean, what is wrong with me?
No, she was assaulted. He clearly wanted to steal her purse. At the very least.
I have to rewatch, but it wasn't very clear from
Dude,
that little
it doesn't
clip.
matter if it's clear or not, because he stole her purse.
Okay.
That's the whole point of them going to Coney Island, remember? To get her purse back, he stole her purse. That's assault.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Joe says, okay. Mr. Torres is Oscar's dad. He hates Mabel. Mr. Torres is pissed with Mabel for screwing with Oscar's life. Oscar and Mabel broke up. Scorned lover hypothesis. Okay, so actually, Joe, earlier on, like, I think, like, our episode 2 or 3 discussion stream, I thought the same thing. I brought that up, and then one of our live stream viewers, I think, actually told us that Oscar was written off from season 2 because
That's the theory.
What's a theory?
Is that for sure? Did you actually look it up?
I did not look it up, but one of our live stream viewers in episode 2 or 3, I don't remember which episode, I brought up this theory that it might have been Oscar because Oscar kind of fit the build. And then one of our live stream viewers said, oh no, Oscar's not going to be in season 2 because they wrote him off because the actor didn't want to come back or something like that. So no, I did not fact check. But if it is true, then that would be out. But if it's not true, then yeah, I think that's a good hypothesis. Because Oscar does fit the build, I think.
But he wasn't even any of the episodes.
Yeah.
He was never mentioned ever, nor was Mr. Torres.
Right. But my main thing though is Joe, if you think that it's Oscar, like I understand that he hates Mabel, but why did he kill Bunny then? Like what do you if you think it's Oscar's dad, why would he kill Bunny? Just to frame Mabel? Cuz that's a stretch.
I mean, the way it played out, like with the murder,
Mhm.
based on this most recent episode,
It does seem like they were trying to frame Mabel.
yes, but it didn't seem like they expected Mabel to come in at that moment.
Yeah, definitely not.
So it seemed like they were setting it up so that when someone discovers everything, including Charles's murder weapon in his apartment and Mabel, dead Bunny in Mabel's apartment, the police would, basically have an airtight case against them.
Hey,
Right.
Joe says the theme for this season is parent and child. Oscar and his dad as the killer.
Ooh.
They fit in nicely.
Ooh.
That's a pretty solid theme.
Wait,
I
that's so
think so.
true.
It is true.
Because you have Oliver and Will,
Yeah. You have Charles and Lucy.
and then you have Mabel and her dad this episode.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But it still doesn't explain that they're not appearing.
It doesn't matter. They appeared in season 1.
Yeah, but it's not a good season if they don't appear at all.
I
Yeah.
agree.
They just, okay, it's them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I agree. I did not fact check if Oscar was written off because the actor wasn't returning, but I feel like I feel like for some reason I think that's true because otherwise they would have if he was the killer, I think he would have shown up by now.
Right. He would have been at least seen once.
Yeah.
No, I don't know about that.
Okay,
I'm looking it up now. Nowhere does it say Oscar was written off.
nowhere.
Mhm.
I'm not seeing anything.
Keep looking for a second. Look for one more minute.
In
Joe,
October 2021, the series co-creator John Hoffman even went as far as to suggest that Oscar would become even more involved in Mabel's story as the couple tried to navigate this new stage of their lifelong connection.
what new stage? He hasn't been around. He just pieced out, just ghosted. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying.
We don't talk anymore.
It's still not known if we can expect an appearance from Oscar going forward, okay, but the sudden absence feels a little deafening. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look some more, but I don't see anything.
Okay. Let's see. Joe says Mr. Torres and Oscar have been mentioned several times this season. I feel like Oscar was definitely mentioned, but I could only remember it once. I remember him being mentioned when Charles and Mabel were in the elevator and she was laughing at a text from Alice, and then Charles was like, what's going on with not Charles, sorry, Oliver. Oliver was like, what's going on with Oscar? And then she was just like, like we're whatever, bonded by trauma, but whatever. That's the only time I remember Oscar being brought up. His dad, I don't remember him being brought up at all in season 2. Right? Let me know
During Bunny's episode.
during what?
Bunny's episode.
Maybe.
Her last day, I guess.
Maybe I missed it if that's what it was. Maybe. Let's see.
Okay, hold on. I'm reading an article. It says by March 2022, TV Line was reporting that Dominguez, which is Oscar's last name,
Okay.
was no longer a series regular on the show.
Okay.
Although there is still the possibility he could make a guest appearance later in the season.
Okay. Well, there's
Okay.
3 episodes left, so
2. Oh no,
it's
3.
3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10.
Okay, well that would be a really shitty, like
There's no clues.
it's like
Who's
it's
from
hey
season
guys,
1?
here's the surprise guest and he's the killer. I'm like, the hell? Like what?
Not surprise guess because it was in season 1.
I guess, but like that would not be so good, I think. But also,
Joe wasn't-
okay, let me finish reading Joe's comment. Joe said, he wanted to frame Mabel. Maybe Oscar couldn't clear his name. He was doing that at the end of season 1. I remember that. I suspect Bunny may have hindered this process, so they are pissed. Mr. Torres was mentioned in the Bunny flashback episode. The fact that they are the only 2 people who have not made an appearance is a clue in itself.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
I mean, that's one of the questions that we asked very early on in season 2 is like, where the fuck is Oscar?
Yeah, we did ask that super early. But my thing is just like I
Sorry.
think
Forgot you can't curse.
no, it's whatever. We're used to cursing on Twitch, so I forgot that it's YouTube. But
Be sure to check out Mad Loud on Twitch.
okay, it's linked to my account. It's linked to my YouTube account. They can find it if they want. Thank you. But the problem with it being Oscar, okay, if it was Oscar and his dad, I would not like that very much, just because I feel like it's like kind of a cop out, and because they weren't really in this, like I want, like right now I'm annoyed, right now I have no idea what's going on. Right now I have no suspects. I'm like, it could be you, it could be you, it could be you. I have no idea what's going on. What the hell does Lucy have to do with Bunny and like this glitter guy? I don't know, I'm just confused, right? So I'm really hoping, like as a fan of the show, I'm really hoping that by the end of it, all this chaos and confusion like fits together like a puzzle, right? So if it ends up being, let me finish. If it ends up being Oscar and his dad, then everything would fit together in a really shitty way. Like, oh, everything else was just fluff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I would not, so that's why I would not want Joe's theory to be true. Like I'm not saying it's not possible, because it is. And it was definitely something that we questioned, like, oh, maybe it's Oscar and his dad and Joe. Like, so it's not a bad theory. But I'm just saying, if that was it, I would kind of feel like it's a cop out. Sorry, G, I cut you off earlier.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I don't think it's Oscar and the dad, but I mean, it is possible. But what I like about what Joe said was the parent and child
That's
theme.
true.
So if it's not Oscar and the dad, I
Could
mean,
it be Will?
okay. I mean,
Oh,
No.
I
no?
don't think so,
No,
but
no.
but it could be Lucy and a parent, some kind of parent.
But okay,
How would they be connected?
the only
Bunny.
problem with that is we haven't met Lucy's mom or biological dad, at least that we know of.
Yeah.
So the only problem with that is they would be introducing the killer episode 8, which I don't think would be a satisfactory conclusion for me either.
Yeah.
Like for me, ideally, we've already met the killer. We just don't know how they fit into all the things that seem like fluff. And when we know who the killer is, it's like, oh, it all makes sense now. That's what
I
I'm
don't know.
hoping for.
I think no matter what, this ending is not going to be satisfying. Unless they tie in everyone that they talked about this season.
They might still have some loose ends, but at least this murder will be solved. I
Right.
think.
It's still going to be shitty. I mean, how are they going You're telling me they're going to tie in, okay, like Alice, they're going to tie in Alice, somehow correlate the art and the paintings. They're going to tie in Nina and her husband. They're going to tie in Rose. They're going to tie in Bunny. They're going to tie in Charles and Lucy with the glitter guy. If they can tie all that together, okay, props to them, but I doubt it.
No,
they did
that's
add-
what they did for season 1.
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
They tied in a lot of different things and basically explained it. Like whether it's not connected to the murder or not, it was explained at the end. Like why it existed in the show.
Yeah, I think so. Hold on, let me read Joe's comments. Joe said,
Okay, what did Theo have to do with season 1?
Theo was the one that pushed what's her face off the cliff.
Okay, but like, how was that relevant to the actual murder?
Because
It was a big red herring, I guess.
no, because Tim Kono, that's why Tim Kono was searching for the jewelry stuff.
Okay. But it has nothing to do with Tim Kono and what's her face?
Jan.
Jan.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
so
saying.
they were just,
Zoe's
like red herrings.
Zoe's no, it's not a red herring. It's not. Listen.
No, it's a red herring in the sense that you think it would have been logical for them to be the murderer, but was actually some simpler reason.
Right.
And I'm saying like the same thing is happening probably in season 2. That's not really tying it in.
Yes, it is. Listen, Zoe's death and Tim Kono's death are unrelated, but they are tied together in the fact that there are a lot of similar people. They still tied it together as a show. Like, I understand why Zoe was there, why Theo was there, why Tim was there. Like, and like Jan came out of left field, but they all tie together. Do you understand what I'm
Tied
saying?
together in relationships doesn't mean it's tying together the mystery.
But it is.
And I said I disagree. It doesn't really help it. They were distractions.
They were not distractions. Like, okay, okay, let me break it down. Distractions from what? From finding the murder?
Yeah.
Because we found the murder, it's Jan.
Yeah, I know.
But we also found the murder for the first case. It's Theo. So just think of like season 1, everything tied together. It was just 2 murders instead of 1.
Like they were unconnected. Or
Yeah.
less connected than we initially thought.
Right. Like they were unconnected murders. And we thought they were connected because it involved a lot of the same people. But the show still did a good job at the end of connecting everything together. The only loose ends are kind of like carried on to season 2. I think they did a great job of tying everything together for season 1. So I'm hoping it's going to be similar for season 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think they did a great job with season 1, but okay, I hope they do it season 2, but I doubt it.
Like
They at least explained everything.
I don't care if they explain everything.
Yeah.
If it doesn't tie together for me, then it doesn't work.
I don't understand what didn't tie for you.
No, there's just a bunch of loose ends. I mean, I can't remember exactly everything that were still loose at the end, but like I just remember not feeling satisfied.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to. Because there's a season 2. Like if you were satisfied with season 1, you wouldn't watch season 2. It's a mystery. Okay, hold on. Let me read Joe's comment real quick. Okay. Joe says Alice may have wanted the painting and paid Mr. Torres to steal the painting. Mr. Torres came to steal the painting, but killed Bunny in the fight. Nah, that's a stretch, man. That's a stretch. I think that's a stretch. Joe says the ending will show in season 3, so it won't be perfect.
No, we'll shoe in season 3.
We'll shoe? Oh, we'll shoe in season 3, so it won't be perfect. Yeah, just like how the end of season 1 shoed in season 2, so it's not perfect. The mystery does not need to fit all the incidences. We need to sift through the clues to find which ones are relevant to Tim Kono's murder. Yeah, like I guess like you're unsatisfied because there are 2 murders, basically.
Yeah, I mean that, but also I guess for me this episode really pissed me off because like they brought in the whole fact of Mabel like having these lapse of memory
That pissed me off too.
Like what the fuck? It's like how are you bringing this in like episode 7 and then like what else is gonna go on with it?
Yeah,
is it even important to the story or is it just something that's like one episode?
Okay, well, my thing is anything to do with memory loss It's just a pet peeve of mine. Like in
No,
any
it pisses me off. It's like, what the fuck was the point of that?
well, I mean, there was a point in that though.
No, I understand the point. I just don't like it.
Right. Okay. So that's where I was going. I don't like anything to do with memory loss, like in any form of content, like movies, any shows. I just don't like the memory loss thing because I think it's a cop out, right? Granted, it's like actually something that happens to people in real life. But I think in terms of like a murder mystery type thing, it's just kind of like a cop out. So that's what annoyed me. But it's still like this episode, I agree, frustrated me more because I have no idea what that has to do with Lucy. But I'm still hopeful that it's all able to tie together by the end of the season. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hopeful that by season 10, I know it's not going to be a perfect ending because, like Joe says, they're going to preface something or foreshadow something for season 3. So there's still going to be some kind of mystery, but I think the murder of Bunny will be solved. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, if Bunny's murder doesn't get solved this season, then it would be really shitty.
Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, I actually, Joe, I don't know about you, but I actually did not think that Tim Kono's murderer would be revealed end of season 1. I thought they were going to drag it out to season 2. But now that at the end of 10 episodes, they revealed that Jan was the murderer, now I expect Bunny's murder to be revealed episode 10, and I expect somebody else to die for season 3.
Jeez.
Like, I think there's going to be a third death. I do. Or fourth, I guess, if you count Zoe. Like, I think there's going to be another death by episode 10. And I think
They're
that's, like, the pattern. Sorry?
A reversal of time. So they're gonna do something in the past, a murder in the past.
Yeah, I feel like at season 10, it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, by the way, Mabel is actually the killer for all instances.
How is that possible? Jan
She
admitted
just
that she killed.
she just had loss of memory for every single one.
But Jan literally, like, what are you saying?
Okay, besides Jan.
Yeah, you can't just listen. Just because you don't like one thing about it doesn't mean that it's all bad.
I don't know. I mean, the past 2 episodes were really pissed me off. So
I mean, there's still 3 episodes, so they should be able to explain most of what's going on, hopefully.
Joe says we don't know how this season will end, but some have seen the finale. Expect spoilers online. Shit. Okay,
wait,
I don't
they
like
saw the finale already?
I guess so.
I don't like spoilers, so I will just avoid looking at anything online. Like I hate spoilers. I hate spoilers. But I don't know. I think you're being too hard on the show because as the genre in itself is a mystery, I don't think you can actually judge the mystery until the end. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess the mysteries that I've seen are movies, so they're shorter in overall time.
Right. But also I
So, like,
just
for this, I'm just like watching episode by episode, and I feel more and more frustrated when they introduce new shit.
yeah, I mean I also I'm also frustrated and like I get what you're saying, but there's some kind of like I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but there's some form of storytelling within the show that I think is so beautiful. Like this last episode, I thought the way that they had Selena, Mabel in that room in the beginning, with all the puzzle pieces, I had no idea where they were going with that. And I thought like as the episode progressed and it kind of explained what she was doing with the puzzle pieces and how it was flipped over and like how it all tied together. Granted, I think the memory loss thing was BS, but I thought the way they told that story was like really artistic.
All right, well, you
No?
know what I think.
What?
It's artistic, sure, but I mean, I'm probably being too harsh. I don't like the show right now. We'll see how it goes when it ends. If it ties all the loose ends together, then I will clap for whoever made it.
But you're saying that if it ties it like season one, you're not gonna like
If it ties it like season one, then I'm gonna be like, okay, great. I don't
Well,
care.
there's no way they're gonna tie it like season one because there's only one murder.
Right. Right. So, I mean, if they do a good job by tying all the loose ends and explaining everything, why they told the certain stories they told, then fine. But I'm not confident that they will be able to do that.
I'm pretty I'm pretty optimistic because I think they did a very good job season one tying all the loose ends. The only loose ends that they did not tie in season one were the ones that led to season two. You just didn't like that there were two separate murders and they did not tie to each other. And that's why we were confused. We were confused because we thought that they were connected, but they weren't.
Sure.
But I think the job, like the job of tying the knots together, the loose ends together, I think they did a good job of that. But okay, let me see.
Okay, well, let's see. I mean, because this episode really didn't show much, and there's still a lot of characters that we've seen but have not been elaborated on. Like, I was hoping we'd get to see a little more of what's her face? The radio show assistant.
Poppy.
Oh, Poppy. Yeah, I thought she would maybe play a little more into the story after we saw her either last episode or
I,
the previous episode,
I
but
think she will.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, they can pack a lot of stuff into one episode.
Like a lot.
There's a lot of people that were brought up, and I haven't seen them in a long time.
No, I get that, but like I think that there are people, Jay being one of them, and one of our viewers, she like commented like a really long comment saying that her top suspect is Howard, right? So like that's an example of someone who played a minor role in season 1 that seemed random. If he becomes the murderer in season 2, he's no longer a rando. Like, you need to chill. Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I guess like what Jay's saying, if they're gonna tie in season one loose ends into season two, then it might be a bit of a stretch.
100% they will be tying season 1 into season 2 because what I loved about season 2 was they picked up exactly where they left off in season 1. Don't
Right, so if you're gonna say that, then I mean Oscar and his dad it's not impossible.
No, it's not impossible.
It's actually very possible.
It's very
And
possible, yes. And I'm saying I hope that's not it because I haven't seen them.
right, and what I'm saying is if they do that, then it would be really shitty because they're basically tying it from season one.
Dude, we're on the same page. I don't care that they're okay. My problem with Oscar and Oscar's dad being the murderer isn't that they're from season 1, it's that they haven't been anywhere in season 2. Like if the murderer was Howard, that would make sense. Someone from season 1 and season 2, that would make sense to me. If it was someone like Alice, someone newly introduced to season 2, perfect. Maybe Howard's gonna be the murderer in season 3, and then we'll be like, oh, the signs were always there. He's psycho, but like we had to build up to it. That would be beautiful. Like we're on the same side about Oscar and his dad. Joe says loose ends. Who is leaving the notes on Oliver and Jan's doors? Yeah, that's one of the loose ends.
Yeah.
The person who left the note on Jan's door right before she got stabbed. That was one of our loose ends in our review of season 1.
Yep.
And the text, same thing, right?
Same thing with the
Same thing.
text. Yeah.
But I guess the text goes into season 2.
Yeah. I just don't think that I don't know. I think you're being too hard on the show. I also think you're like really like a downer. Like it might turn out to be great. Why are you such you're so pessimistic?
Yeah, because it's frustrating as hell. I hated the memory loss crap.
No, I did too. But again, you can hate the memory loss shit and still appreciate. Like, I thought it was beautiful the way they told, like the way they told. Like, they could have easily been like, oh yeah, like Mabel's dad, like she went through something hard with her dad, so she just blocked it out. No, like I really like the way they saw like they sat her up in a room and there were puzzles on the floor. I was like, what's going on? Like, is she gonna do a puzzle after she just stabbed some guy on the subway? And then like it made sense when she was flipping the thing. Like I felt that. You know what I mean? Like the way they told it was art.
Okay, yes, we're trying to solve a mystery here.
Oh my god.
Why not do both, right?
But like I guess what I'm like you can be
The pace could have been a little faster. Oh, that's all I'm saying. This episode, the memory loss, and then also the pace this episode really set me off.
Listen, I started this stream with saying this episode pissed me off too, okay? Like we're on the same side. But you can have you can have constructive criticism for something, but still appreciate a different aspect of it, okay? Just the way you're talking about it makes the whole thing sound like crap. I'm just saying there's still a lot of good things about the show. Like I really like the storytelling. Not gonna lie, Charles and Oliver 120% fluff this episode.
Yeah.
I
Like-
really want to see how they're gonna bring the bird into the picture.
Oh my god. I hated the bird. I hate the bird. I hate
hated
the
the
memory
bird.
loss. Like I hate like the cliche, like easy way out type things.
If they bring in the bird at the finale, okay, then I will really give them props. But I highly doubt the bird is gonna make any more appearance.
I just feel like you are such a downer. Like
Why bring the damn bird into the show if you're not gonna elaborate?
I think
Just to distract, I think.
no, I think they will be elaborated.
I hope so. I hope so.
Well, if they do like a final, like, walkthrough of the entire series of events, maybe the bird comes into it.
I'm willing to bet. I'll bet you $5 right now. I'll bet you a Starbucks drink. The bird will come into it.
The bird will come into it, but I don't know if it will be a big,
Valuable.
like a big impact to the murder. Maybe the bird was there for the murder. Maybe the bird was.
The bird was there for the murder.
Yes. I'm saying like just that is his involvement or her involvement in the story.
No, I think there's more to it. Like
If there's more to it, then it's probably.
The parrot thing is such a cliche that like they have like if they're gonna have a parrot, like it's gonna
I mean, there was
talk.
a lot of cliches in season 1, and not all of them panned out.
A lot of them did though. I feel like.
Panned out as in like it was part of the murder.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it was cliches as in like they want you to think in this particular way.
right. I don't know.
It's
I'm
not actually that way.
okay. I don't know. I'm just hopeful that it's gonna be like all the frustration that we feel now. I hope and I think it's gonna like when it all comes together, it's gonna be like, oh, you know what I
If it's
mean?
a good show, they will at least give us the courtesy to explain a lot of the unknowns here.
No, and it is a good show. Like they have like an A-list cast.
Right. So if they keep up the momentum of season 1, at least most of the things would be explained.
Yeah.
It won't be intricate, beautiful puzzle, but it will be something.
I don't know. I'm still staying positive. I love the cast. I trust them, okay? So we'll see. But moving on, I do have 2 more things I wanted to ask you guys. 1, blackout in New York City right when he was on the phone with Lucy. Accident or not? Call it. Joe, let me know what you think too. Accident or not? Call it.
It's a coincidence.
Yeah, I think it's a coincidence. Someone who has the power to shut down like that much, that'd be a little nuts.
Is it power or is it just like they're psycho and they just go like cutting wires?
Oh,
That's not how it works.
That's not how.
I don't know science.
There's redundancies.
Yeah, they literally have to. I don't know how they would do it.
They would need to like blow out the substation.
Yeah, but it looked like it affected a huge area.
Yeah.
So you do think it's an accident?
Yeah.
I think it's a coincidence. Otherwise, it's like not realistic at all.
But the timing is so
Timing is real weird.
Yeah.
you
It's
don't
weird.
you don't think like so you're telling me if somebody wanted to cause a blackout, there's no way.
No,
It's not that easy.
it's not.
I don't understand science.
What do you mean science? This is just infrastructure.
You can't just like smash like a bunch of shit.
I
No.
mean, there's a lot of redundancies, like Jay said.
You would have to target the substation or like, a few years ago, a hurricane ripped through the entire city.
Seriously.
That will destroy.
If someone had the power to like black out the entire New York City, that's a lot of fucking power.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying
That's
power. I'm saying a psycho person just like pulls the alarm like in high school. Like some bitch just
No,
pulls the
no,
alarm.
That's not how it works.
No, this is-
They would have to blow like
A lot.
a lot.
Okay, so what if they have guns and they just shot the thing?
What do you mean
No,
guns
no.
that shot the thing?
I don't know. You
Doesn't
said
make any
blow.
Like, who's gonna make that effort to orchestrate a blackout in order to cover up a murder?
Maybe not to cover. I don't think I don't think they would try to cover up a murder. I think if
Okay, well-
anything, they would try to commit more murders.
Okay, great.
Like if anything, like for me, I was worried about Lucy being in the apartment by herself with the electricity off because I think the murder, like I think the vibe that I got was like, hey, the murder's gonna go after you next, so you gonna die.
The murderer would take the opportunity,
Yeah.
but he's not gonna create the opportunity.
I create my own opportunity. Opportunities are created, man.
Yeah, like Joe just said, I think the killer will strike during the blackout, just like the Son of Sam game. When Oliver shouts blackout, the killer makes a murder.
Wait, okay, wait, Joe. I got goosebumps.
Oh my god.
Can you guys see my goosebumps? I got goosebumps.
Not looking at that.
Oh my god, wait. Oh my god, Joe's right. It's just like shit. First the father and daughter, mother and parent and child. Okay, first the parent and
Mother and
What?
daughter and parent.
first the parent and child connection, and now the son of Sam can. Oh my god, that. But so good. I got goosebumps. Shit, she's gonna die.
Ooh,
Lucy.
Lucy?
Somebody's gonna die. Cause I think Joe is right. It's literally just like that game. And that's, oh my god, that would be beautiful. That's like one of those like pieces coming together that would be beautiful, because when they brought up the game, I was like, the fuck does this have to do with the story? So like if somebody dies during this blackout, gee, you got your wish. One thing tied. Like it's not fluff. It's symmetry.
There's plenty of more things to tie.
That's great, but that one thing gives me enough adrenaline to keep watching for the next.
Oh my god.
Okay, great. It's
That
a
would
motif.
be beautiful. Oh
Yeah,
my
okay.
god, Joe, bravo. My goosebumps still here.
Okay, but I think
Bravo.
Lucy's gonna die.
Bravo.
Lucy is
Um,
too sturdy for that.
Let's see.
And Lucy is blonde.
No,
yeah.
she's not. She's a brunette.
I don't remember her hair color.
She's a brunette. She's not blonde.
I don't think there's any blonde people.
For some reason, I thought it was red hair, but
No, she's blonde. She's a brunette. The only blonde in the show is probably Jan
Yeah, and she's in prison.
and
yeah.
Amy Schumer.
Okay, maybe she will die.
oh, I thought it was. Oh no, it is brown.
It's brown.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like a lightish brown.
In certain lighting, I thought it was like ginger, but
I can
Maybe.
see her passing as like a dirty blonde, but like it's basic. No, she's a brunette.
yeah.
No, she's a brunette.
What the hell, Melody? I thought you were going to sleep.
Yeah, Mel, what's going on? Mel
She's
says
not blonde. You don't even watch the show.
you don't even go to
Melody.
this school. You don't even go to this school. Joe says,
Okay.
okay, my bad, you're right. But if she was blonde, that would have been beautiful.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking Lucy's not gonna die.
Who else is blonde?
Yeah, who else is oh shit, who else is blonde?
Who else is blonde? Ted Demas.
His hair's like gray.
Oh, it could be.
Who? Who? It could be
Yeah.
who?
Never mind.
Who? Say it.
We're gonna say
Say
no,
it.
it can't
Who is
be.
it?
No, we're not saying anyone.
Who do you think it could be?
I'm
Who
just.
else is
I can't think of anyone else who's blonde. Who was G gonna say?
who's blonde? Who's blonde? Who's blonde?
Wait, who were you gonna say, man?
No, we just briefly brought up Teddy, but Teddy's
Oh.
hair is gray.
Yeah, that's what I said. Stupid.
Okay.
Jan's
I mean,
the
I
only
guess
one
they
I can
don't
think
have
of.
I guess they don't have to be blonde.
Joe, who else is blonde? But I think that would be a good assumption though.
Perhaps to be a female, maybe.
It doesn't have to be a female. There are blonde males technically. Let me see. Mel says leave me alone, Lamau. That'll be funny. If Jan was the one to die.
You don't think it's Teddy Demas?
Teddy's hair is like white.
Yeah, it's orange.
And he's
It's
also he's Greek.
Right.
Greek people usually have dark hair, no?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Who else is blonde? Alice!
Yeah, I guess.
Alice is blonde.
It's like,
Alice is
Okay.
blonde, right?
I mean, if you squint,
Yeah,
fine.
dirty blonde.
Alice is blonde.
Not completely.
Yeah, dirty blonde.
I don't think Alice would die though. For some reason, I hate Alice, and I hate that she has my name.
Good.
Because if the metaphor goes back to like the Son of Sam game, she would be Sam. Hate that
Okay.
bitch. I hate her. I hate her.
Okay.
I hate her. Mel, you don't go to this school. You don't watch this show. What are you
Yeah, I have
talking
no
about?
clue. Well, it's gonna be an interesting next episode then, I guess.
Okay. And then the last thing that I just to end it on a good note, it really warmed my heart when the scene where she ran to the two old guys in the restaurant and they all did a group hug and she looked so happy, I don't know, it was just like a really feel good moment for me.
The happiness is short lived.
I want to punch her in the throat.
See, because right after that hug, it was like blackout.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, but in that moment, like the joy on her face to see her friends, it was really sweet. It made me want to find two 70-something-year-old guys to be friends with.
Well, I think the moral there, or the sub scene there, or the message there is that the joy is always short lived.
Okay.
And there's crap in the way.
Okay.
Coming up.
You two are really mood killers. Oh my god.
The only thing I saw positive was that Theo contacted his dad.
Yeah.
Right.
That was the positive part I saw there.
Mel says, "Isn't Alice blonde? I got Googled." Oh yeah, and I said you don't even watch the show. She said, "I got Google though. This damn woman is blonde."
Yeah, she's blonde, but the typical blonde.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to bring up from this episode? I think that was it for me.
Yep. I think that was it.
Yeah, that's it. You
Hey.
guys stay tuned for next week so I can trash episode 8 too.
It's like you're so annoying. Like even when I agree with you, you're like, "Yeah, it sucks." I'm like, "What are you talking about? This is a good show."
Mad Loud Stinky Socks. I love spoilers.
Oh my god.
I hate cheesy so much.
Your socks have things?
I
Yeah,
hate
it's like-
cheesy so much.
No,
I hate
like
cheesy
cheese.
so much.
Why do you keep accusing cheesy?
It's definitely cheesy. Who the hell else would create these accounts?
How the hell do you have a mole also having making comments? Like your mole is loud too.
It's definitely cheesy. Mel says, "Yeah, what the hell are these usernames?" Yeah, Mel, can you screenshot that and post it in the Discord, please? I want to call cheesy out. Okay,
Just accuse people.
it's cheesy. Whatever.
How do you even know he's online?
I posted in the Discord in the beginning of the stream to let
There's
people
like
know that
so
we're
many
live.
other people in the
Yeah,
Discord.
there's other people.
There's literally like 50 people.
We're at 50 people now?
There's close to 50 people.
Oh, okay, that makes me happy. Okay, anyways, Joe, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for the goosebump theories. Like I'm that was some deep shit. I did not tie the blackout to the game at all. But yes, we will.
I really like the parent and child theme. I didn't really think about it until
That
now.
was a very good point.
Yo,
That's a good one.
Joe is deep. Joe is deep. Also, we still haven't found out the freaking DNA test for Will. Like, what's the point? Like, we
Yeah,
already
it's been
know.
It's been like 4 episodes.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, let's not get into it because we're gonna spend another hour. Like, you're gonna spend another hour trashing the show, and I'm gonna spend an hour defending the show. And
Yeah,
let's.
like, I could do the DNA test in less time. Jeez.
All right. Until next week. Hopefully next episode gives us more clues because every single friggin' episode has been giving me more questions than clues. So
That's good. Keeps you on your toes.
I don't want to be on my toes. I want to be on my ass.
That's the point of the mystery.
All right. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Joe, see you
Join
next
us
week.
again next week.
Yeah, see you next
9:30.
week. 9:30 next week. Hopefully no tech issues. We will be streaming from the same I'll be back in the apartment next week, so we should not have any more tech issues. Fingers crossed. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Talk to you guys
Thank
later.
you. Goodbye.